Following the passage of the American Rescue Plan, the Federal Reserve upgraded your economic projections. The FOMC estimated last week GDP will rebound and unemployment rates decrease more quickly. But as you've highlighted already today, we still have a ways to go. Over the past year, I've shared your concerns of undershooting the economic recovery. And there are still many small businesses, workers, and families in Montana and across this country that are struggling because of this pandemic and the economic crisis it has created. How concerned are you about inflation once the economy gets on the plus side?
Well, let me say, we take the 2% inflation target very, very seriously. It's half of our mandate. So we're strongly committed to inflation at 2% over time. To us, that means inflation expectations need to be anchored at 2%, and that means that inflation has to average 2% over time. So it's absolutely fundamental that we achieve that. In the near term, we do expect, as many forecasters do, that there will be some upward pressure on prices, and also there'll be a technical thing of base effects as the very low readings from April and March of last year drop out of the 12-year calculation. We don't expect that that upward pressure will produce substantially higher prices, or that the effects will be persistent. We expect that they'll be transitory or temporary. If it turns out that we do see substantially higher inflation, that would risk persistent inflation materially above our goal, then of course we would use our tools to bring inflation back down to 2%.
And from what you just said, then you anticipate there could be some upward pressure, but long term you don't see this as being an issue.
Long term, we think that the inflation dynamics that we've seen around the world for a quarter of a century are essentially intact. And we've got a world that's short of demand with very low inflation. The U.S. has had low inflation for some time, and we think those dynamics haven't gone away overnight and won't.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.